We resume with The Telegraph now. And is Keir Starmer trying to reposition his party with this one? Josh?
Oh, yeah, he is batting out of the park here. So NHS is hiring too many foreign staff, says Keir Starmer. Let's talk about that particular thing, because I totally agree with him for pretty much everything he said here. But, yeah, this interview is essentially him just trying to sort of bat the balls that are coming his way before they've even been sent out. So one of the things, first of all, he's saying there's no case for joining the EU, rejoining the EU. That's what he's like. He's saying it straight out. This is all really for the red wall, I think. There's a lot about here. He's saying freedom of movement has gone. It's not coming back. He's dealing with, in terms of my immigration. He's then saying the Scots, he's not going to allow them to have a referendum, whatever happens with this court case that's going through at the moment. So there's a lot of things here hitting the right point.
Pretty smart.
It's very smart. He's absolutely dealing with these complaints before people can sort of levy them.
He's like Beefy Botham at the wicket.
This is some very solid stuff here, but let's go to the main thing that he's saying in this, which is that that there should be a focus on training more people in the UK, because immigration for the NHS is just not the answer. He's 100% right. In Scotland at the moment, they are spending £8 million hiring 750 nurses and midwives from overseas this winter. A third of doctors who joined the English Health Service last year were up from 18%. We have a massive problem. And, of course, we should be training people in our own country. Now, for him to say that, he's 100% right. What he's not really said is how we're going to get there. He said that they're going to pledge an extra 7,500 medical students every year. But just because first of all, you've got to put the money for it, but you've got to make people want to be medical students. Do we have enough clever people to be able to, or are they going to lower the standards to be able to get those extra students in? There's a lot of sort of semantic stuff there that isn't really answered here.
I do wonder whether they should simplify these medical courses.
Yeah, just give them, just as long as they can access Google, now you're a doctor.
Just give them an iPad and 5G reception and crack on.
That's it. Do it. So the point is, he is saying the right stuff. I'm glad to hear him say it. But this ain't going to be cured overnight, because, of course, you have to attract the doctors. It's not like you can just suddenly go, we're going to suddenly have an extra 7,500 medical students this year. No, you've got to make the education system earlier on so that they can achieve the grades necessary to get into medical school. This is a generational shift.
Isn't it cheaper, though, to bring other people in? And isn't Labour supposed to be very internationalist and inclusive? And also, just in terms of the cost of training up.
Yeah, but the point is then you're giving that money to UK citizens who aren't necessarily sending it home or coming over for a little bit, making their money and then going back with it. It stays within our economy. And, of course, we should have these doctors and nurses coming from the UK. Of course we should. But there's a reason why, unfortunately, at the moment, we haven't got them. And that's arguably the money invested in our educational system, our universities and so on.